kick.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Game Show Global Esports Cup. It's going to be Game 2 between Abraxas and Ninjas in Pyjamas. Game 1 did go to MIP, was a rough early game start, but hey, a win's a win. It doesn't really matter how you get there as long as you do get there in the end. I'm Mikelorus, going to be your only caster for this game. This is also going to be the last game for today for the EU region. Right after this game, the first Game Show English channel should be going online. That's going to have a couple of American games. I'm going to try to pull that up, but of course my browser decides right now is the perfect time to crash. I'm going to be getting you those games in just a little bit. But right now, Ninjas in Pyjamas, they're sitting pretty with one win. Abraxas, they're going to first pick up the Bane again. The Bane last game had a couple of good opportunities, but far from the best Bane performance I've seen. They're going to grab an early Witch Doctor. Whereas for Nip, they're going to grab Spiritbreaker Darkseer. Definitely an interesting change of pace for both these two sides. Dazzle's still available, yet Abraxas deciding to go for the potentially more offensive hero in the Witch Doctor. With the Bane is their two supports. I'm not really sure how much I like teams insta-grabbing their two supports right off the bat. Seems, in general, kind of like a weakest strategy. The Witch Doctor Bane typically will cover most, if not all, of your bases. This is going to mean that Ninjas in Pyjamas know exactly what's going on at all times, so it will have a little bit more intel to work with. I guess along the same vein, Spiritbreaker Darkseer should be going together in lane for Nip. Both of those two heroes want to be played pretty aggressively in the off lane, I would assume. Charging with Ion Shells, and Witch Doctor Bane do have a decent amount of control to protect whoever is going to be in that safe lane they're protecting, but it's still going to be a hell of a lot of damage that's going to be difficult to avoid. Speaking of damage is difficult to avoid, mid lane for the Ninjas in Pyjamas side, going to be grabbing up the Queen of Pain. Now Limp was just play the Shadow Fiend, and he got his ass kicked by the Queen of Pain in lane. Outside of that, though, Queen of Pain couldn't really do enough, at least not compared to the Shadow Fiend in those fights. Ended up really not contributing nearly as much after all said and done. Split push to some extent, but not exactly going to be winning you the game when your base is flooded with megas. Alright, so I got the schedule up. Archon versus Pain, Archon versus Justin. Right after this one, guys. So that's going to be on the primary Game Show channel. If you're on the Azubu site, just delete the _2 from the end. And if you're not, if you're embedded, then you don't really have to worry about anything. You just have to know that the site is going to change, so you have to go somewhere else. And I'm pretty sure you're not going to care about that anyway, since it's embedded, so it's probably the same place anyway. But yeah, we'll see what Abraxas want to grab for their lanes, if they want to grab any Bane combos. Again, Bane is really a hero that excels with having heroes who could benefit off of the setup. And then Wraith King was okay. Again, I wasn't really a big fan of that. I feel like they had access to a Gyrocopter. They should have picked him up instead. They don't have access to the Gyrocopter in this game, nor do they have access to the Ember Spirit. Those are the typical setup-based heroes, at least big carry heroes, who really do like the additional amount of setup. They don't really need to use the setup for that carry. They could also do someone like Invoker for their mid lane. Has maybe a rough matchup versus the Queen of Pain. But yeah, using Nightmare into Sunstrike, good times there. It is, I guess, to a certain degree up to Abraxas. And what these two heroes do have outside of the setup is the ability to just cancel charges. Each of them do. Nightmare the Spiritbreaker on the incoming. Cask is maybe a little bit slow, but it's definitely possible to interrupt the Spiritbreaker out of his charge. And they're going to have to, because Spiritbreaker with Ion Shell is so dangerous. Hell, Queen of Pain with Ion Shell is also very dangerous. Nip can go fully aggressive early on and just look to take a really decisive early game lead. Abraxas are taking their time, running out of it. Clink's the pickup for Abraxas. I mean, there's nothing wrong with Clink's as a hero. I think if you're going to pick up Clink's third, you really need to have a really big game plan with him. And I guess the biggest game plan you could have is just ratting and pickoffs. That being said, you can usually get Clink's 4th pick, usually 5th pick nowadays. And you're going up against a Spiritbreaker already, and a Queen of Pain. And yeah, Clink's can just very quickly destroy them should he have Desolator and Medallion, Solar Crest, that type of item build. But outside of that, he's very prone to just being blown up in response. And Ninjas in Pyjamas can grab a Lich, so even more nuke damage and armor, most importantly, to deal with that Clink's. Ice armor for the towers, ice armor for the heroes, and Clink's suddenly not as impressive a damage dealer. But really, it's the Spiritbreaker that's making this Clink's pick kind of mediocre to me. Like, Clink's, he's, of course, going to look to be very mobile, but if he's spotted for just a second, he may think he's invis, but he's being stalked all the time by a cow. And it's a Lina pick for Abraxas, so that's going to be their setup hero, it seems. Maybe a little bit more of a mobile game for this Bane and Witch Doctor. Again, one stun into another stun in of itself is probably going to be enough to get you at least some free damage, maybe even a couple of kills, who knows. But Abraxas looks like they're full on in this pickoff game. I do like the Broodmother ban out. Ninjas and Pyjamas, not really with a ton of heroes that are fantastic killing her off. Like Spiritbreaker, Queen of Pain are both pretty good.
5 seconds remaining.
But that would have just made it a little bit difficult for Ninja Pyjamas to really divide their heroes up in the right places and make sure that they have enough to do with the split push that's coming out from Abraxas. But again, burst kills, in and out kills from Abraxas, that's going to be what they're after. And that's why they ban out the Slark, this hero that can jam up that entire combo. Nip going to grab a Tiny last, actually. That's an interesting one. It seems like we might be seeing a Tiny Lich dual mid lane. And if it's going to be just a Lina, then that's going to be really hard for Abraxas to deal with as they last pick a Phoenix. Now, this Phoenix has value in so much as there are no really good, great Phoenix counters. No Skywrath Mage, no Silencer or anything like that. So the Phoenix in lane should be doing just fine. That being said, I'm not really sure where the Phoenix fits in with everyone else. I mean, like, a minus attack speed on Spiritbreaker and Tiny certainly is very nice. But, yeah, I mean, is it supposed to be just like a Clink split pushing? It seems like they're kind of sitting and straddling in between the team fight based strategy and the single target pick off based strategy. If you swap out this Clinks for someone like an Anti-Mage or, you know, a Gyrocopter, or I know that Gyrocopter was banned, but, you know, a hero of that caliber, I'm a little bit more on board with this. But Clinks doesn't really want to be participating in those massive giant scale fights because he's usually going to build Glass Cannon and he just doesn't have the durability to sit in the middle of that and do damage and survive by the end of it. Whereas for Lina and Phoenix, I mean, that's pretty much what they do. That's a little bit more up their alley. Not really sure where this Clinks fits in. But we'll see if Abraxas are able to make this happen. Ascendancy is going to be handling that here. We got Slash Strike in the mid lane, Lina. Pillows is once again on the Bane. We got Very Famous on the Witch Doctor. Now leaves Ochre on the Phoenix. Over towards the Nip side, Ira is going to be going mid lane along with Seal Kid on the Tiny Lich respectively. Up towards top lane, Hanskin Spiritbreaker with Jonas and Fans Darkseer once again going to be teaming up. And that, of course, leaves Limps Queen of Pain to go down towards bottom. There's not much pressure here, assuming it's not going to be an offensive tri-lane for Abraxas, and it's probably just going to be a Phoenix. They're going to smoke up, look for someone, will not find anything. But yeah, it is definitely weird to see a team voluntarily pick up a Tiny and run him dual lane. I guess like Tiny Lich is probably the ideal situation for Tiny, next to Tiny Io, which is not going to be put together properly. They do see Seal Kid, they do have a Nightmare. And if they hug the tree line, they may be able to wrap around and get the Nightmare onto the Lich. And they do. There's a Cask here. There's an LSA here. And Phoenix damage is pretty high. LSA going to connect. Seal Kid going to take a beating right now. He'll fall first blood for Slash Strike. I feel like that's exactly what happened in the first game. Also, Slash Strike just found himself with an opportunity to get first blood. Except it was on Ira last time. But hey, first blood, no matter who you get it on, is going to be pretty nice. The Lich wasn't saving gold or anything like that. So it wasn't that bad. But oh, now Pillows. Run into Jonas and Fan is going to get charged. Ion Shell's already prepped. Ira also has an Avalanche if needed. He's going to grab the rune first. That's a bounty for him. Body blocking now with the Ion Shell. He has a Nightmare. No bashes here from the Spirit Breaker because he's only level 1. It looks like it'll just be a little bit of harassment damage towards Pillows. Ira, though, he can hit with the Cask. Nightmare's there as well. Now here comes Slash Strike, setting up for another LSA. Charge is going to come right through. Not going to get with the LSA on the incoming, but Hanskin does have an Ion Shell on him. He's just going to run with Pillows, get the kill there, but Ira will similarly fall to the Lina in a 1-for-1 exchange over towards mid. So many heroes in the mid lane. They really should look to leave probably now and get back to their respective lanes. But hey, a kill's a kill, and a kill on Ira and Lich on the mid lane. Slash Strike is not going to have the most fun lane here, but what he does have is really, really high range, decent base damage, and the ability to just chip down Ira without putting herself at much risk. Eventually, she's going to take a couple Avatosses. That's just going to happen. But Ira needs to get his fast bottle up first before he's really comfortable spamming those out. So Slash Strike for right now is going to feel pretty comfortable, but yeah, he's also at the same time dealing with a Lich. So not as much experience going to the pools of this Lina's level bar. It's a little bit unfortunate for Slash Strike, but hey, that's what Lich does. He's just that pain in the ass. And of course, he's also occasionally going to... Ooh, looks like they're going to use Toss to pull the creep wave. Okay, so Lina's not going to get much at all. An entire creep wave, or most of it, denied out, as Ira was able to get the very, very difficult to pull off, pull camp, I guess. It does involve mana, so I mean, not every hero can do it, But Seal Kid is going to make sure that this creep wave is going to die. He can even bring them over to this creep wave if needed. Looks like it's not really needed. Up towards top lane, Hanskin stuck between a rock and a hard place right now. No skills used just yet on Abraxas. Hanskin doing a little bit of damage to the very famous, but now the Nightmare is onto the Darkseer just so they keep him out of this fight. The cast is going to bounce between the Spirit Breaker and the Darkseer both. Hanskin still taking chip damage right now. They don't have enough mana for a Brain Sap, but Hanskin, he's going to try to salve. That won't really work. He's going to charge up melee stun onto the Bane. He will still fall. Pillows with the kill. Now they're going to go onto the Darkseer. Searing Arrow is going to start to fly, and with the heal, the Ion Shell damage is being completely negated. Clinks is going to draw that one, as this top lane is a disaster for Nip. Not really sure why they tried to man fight that one. I mean, as tanky as Spirit Breaker is, and he is very tanky, same as the Darkseer, they're up against two range heroes who are just kiting them 24/7. Like, I'm not really sure what the plan was there from the Nip side. Seems like they just weren't exactly all on the same plan. They do, however, have a charge going towards Ochre down towards bottom. If he doesn't see this one coming, he does, though. He should be fine. Looks like he's not reacting. Has a charge away with the Blink Scream. They will be able to give chase. Limp's going to do just that. Right on top of the Phoenix. One more right click's all he needs. There it is. Phoenix should have seen that. Not really sure why. I mean, the angle was definitely there. I don't think the charge was, like, up here. So he should have seen that one coming, just didn't react or something. I'm not really sure what that was about. Either way, charge into Phoenix, going to get Queen of Pain a little bit of a better lane, even though the lane is already very Queen of Pain favored. This Shadow Strike harassment. Oh, Slash Strike going to land an LSA onto Era. Avalanche is going to slow down the kill. Dragon Slave from downtown won't do it. Now here comes Hanskin. He does have a greater bash. They have a couple right clicks from Seal Kid. Slash Strike is going to fall to the Lich. And now Frost Blast onto Pillows. He's going to pull the Nightmare off of Hanskin. Gets a first hit bash. Era has a toss. That won't be lethal damage onto Pillows, however. Brain Sap, gotta watch out for that one. Era's gonna toss in a creep anyway. Now the charge in onto Pillows. Avalanche is there as well. Pillows will live because of the heal from the very famous. And the area is gonna protect his Bane just enough. Not gonna get a kill onto this Tiny, which is unfortunate, but still. Nip making some pretty nice action happening with the now roaming Spirit Breaker. Is even gonna look for an Ancient stack. And killing off Slash Strike is huge game over in this mid lane. Again, this Lena's having an okay time, though. She's not really preventing Tiny from farming, and now the Tiny's gotten a couple of kills, or, a kill participation, I guess. It's going to be a little bit more harder still for the Dire. Right now, Lena and Phoenix neck and neck, but the Radiant side are definitely farming a lot easier. Not Seal Kid, though. He's going to get jumped with the cask. Brain Sap should just get this kill, and it will. Charge coming in from the Fountain. It's going to be a little bit too late, although TP is coming out from the Tiny. He's going to land right into an LSA and a Dragon Slave. Avalanche onto Slash Strike. Now going to pop the double damage. Another Nightmare is coming, but here comes Hanskin right onto the Witch Doctor. The LSA, though, set up onto Era. A couple more right clicks, and the Brain Sap will get the kill. Hanskin, in the meantime, can try to go for the Witch Doctor. Will land that one. Now it's to fight up against this Lena, who has another LSA available, and should not miss it. There it is. Pillow's going to drop low, granted, but the Spirit Breaker will give up his own life to get the Witch Doctor. Not a fantastic trade in and of itself for Nip. In fact, they lose the Tiny on top of that. It hurts even more. Ochre down towards bottom lane. It's going to take a hell of a lot of damage right now, but Limp not with another Scream for another 2 seconds. Is going to be unable to get this kill in time. I don't think. Blink and Scream will get the kill, actually. Cask coming out from the very famous. Not quite in time. Cask will bounce back to the Queen of Pain, however. Bottling up, not going to be enough. Witch Doctor has so much base damage. Just naturally, that's just how the hero is scaled. And it will be a 1-for-1 trade down the bottom lane. Fairly even trade at that. But this is an absolute bloodbath of a game right now. Let's see. Alright. Just making sure that everything is fine on the stream side, guys. And it seems like everything is fine. So nobody picnic. Ascendancy in the meantime is free farming up towards top lane, but maybe not for long. Here comes the Quap. Blink forward. Sonic Wave is available. They have the dust, but it's the Queen of Pain to have it. She's going to get Nightmare, but she will eventually pop the dust off. Has another Scream, Sonic Wave. They see Ascendancy now. Sonic Wave lined up with Pillows as well. She's going to hold it. There it is, onto the Clinks. Pillows is going to drop Hanskin very low with another charge forward. Going to get quite a bit of damage. Doesn't even need a bash for this one, I don't think. Just a couple more right clicks. Will get the kill. Limp going to draw a double off of a very early teleportation out from the safe lane Queen of Pain. Only level 6, yet deadly enough with the Sonic Wave to get a kill on someone as soft as Clinks. Just didn't see that one coming. That's 2 very easy kills for the Ninjas of Pyjamas side. Lena, in the meantime, looks like she was forced all the way back to her base. Gonna teleport out, yeah, and get back right on the horse, right into the mid lane, but this mid lane is going to involve a hasted Tiny, which in and of itself is dangerous, and Limp is in the area. Granted, this is all spotted by the Observer Ward, so it looks like this shouldn't be a surprise for Abraxas. Limp's gonna see Slash Strike. The charge is coming in. Slash Strike is going to see this one coming. Avalanche toss available. Ira's going to dodge the LSA, however. Cass is going to throw towards Ira. It will not bounce. Here comes the Phoenix. Toss on the Slash Strike. That's a dead Lina. No, not quite. LSA will be thrown. Lands onto 2. Now the Supernova's there. I don't think they have enough heroes to beat it down. They're going to try. Limp is going to look for the Roshan deny. Won't find it. Witch Doctor grabs the kill. Now Hanskin, hit with the Eruption, is going to get slowed down just a little bit. He's very tanky at the stage with the cast and the damage over time for the Phoenix. They'll take down the Spirit Breaker. And then 2-for-1 trade. Unfortunately, the charge from the Spirit Breaker, not quite fast enough incoming. They do get away with Ira. And that is fine, but the Avalanche Toss combo with only a level 5 Tiny, not quite enough to insta-give it. Lina, not yet at least. The supports from Abraxas really overperforming in this game. Just seems like they're always there, all the time. Pretty much what we saw, exactly the same thing in the first game as well. Towards top lane, Ascendancy is going to get charged, although Nightmare now into the Darkseer. Does Clinks really want to stick around? Charge, is it going to come in time? Jonas and Fans, Nightmare is going to get pulled off. 2 Searing Arrows, that's about it. Brain Sap, won't be enough damage, I don't think. 200, yeah, it's only 160. Now the charge going through onto Pillows. Hanskin wants to go all the way through towards Ascendancy. He does not have his ultimate just yet, but the Ion Shell will get the kill with one big bash. And Pillows in the meantime is going to look for a courier. It's flying, so it's not going to be an easy pick-off right now. Lich is right on top of him. Doesn't have enough mana for a Chain Frost, but what he does have is a cow right around the corner, plus full vision. Jonas Fan is going to get brain sapped to death, getting a little bit too close. He thought he was in the cover of night, but there was an observer ward there. Yet still, it's a Darkseer for 2. Even Darkseer for Clinks would have been just fine for Ninja Pyjamas.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
But still, it's going to be a pretty nice trade for Nip. They are playing this game very, very aggressively with the Spirit Breaker, and it's being very successful as well. You know, there are games where you see Spirit Breaker charging all over the place, not to get that much, but he is getting his levels, and that's really all he can expect to get at this point. Crucially, has that level 6, so he has another strike. Another point-click stun follow-up to the charge landing, which so far they have been landing. Might be considering charging Slash Strike over in the mid lane. There it is. Hanskin is going to bowl over some Centaurs. They don't see this one coming. LSA is going to be really hard to land in time. It's going to be thrown out. It's not going to land in time. Nether Strike is there. Will be casted onto Slash Strike. Avalanche is there per the chain stun. And Lina's going to fall. However, Ira is going to get put to sleep right now. Pulled off by the illusion from Ira. Now he's going to look to turn around with the help of Seal Kid. Chain Frost still is not there. He'll get picked off by the Clinks. They're going to try to go for Pillows in the meantime. Toss forward. And now the grip onto Ira is immediately going to get broken. However, Anskin gets a Lucky Bash. It will not save the Tiny. He's going to try to go for the Bane. He will not get the kill just yet. With the Urn Charge, they will eventually. Death Ward being channeled from the very famous will force the Queen of Pain to blink out. A 3-for-2 exchange, but now here comes Ochre. Right on top of Limp. With the damage over time, they'll grab the kill with the Phoenix. 1, 2, and 4 there. Ascendancy doing a hell of a lot of damage, and there's no one there from Nip to really pull the focus off. It's a 4-for-2 exchange in favor of Abraxas this time, as they do claim a pretty decisive win in that mid lane. The fact that Slash Strike was able to get that LSA off, though it was not in time to save him, definitely enough time to save the fight. Although Ira's going to walk in, Avatos onto the Lina. Chain Frost is there. It was going to crush the Lina. Now bouncing forward between the creeps. Another bounce onto the very famous Ira. Has another toss. Probably going to toss him back towards Seal Kid or just up in the air for the beatdowns. He'll get the kill on the Witch Doctor, helping to recover that situation. Hanskin's going to charge towards Ascendancy. He has the help of Jonas and Fan right now. They have the dust up. There's a creep wave here. They're going to get body blocked by it. Ascendancy is going to get bailed out by his own creep wave. There's another charge soon. He has another skeleton walk. Charge is going to not land. He's going to go invis first. Now the Nightmare to Jonas and Fan. Pillows does not have a grip, so he should not look to make anything happen here, as everyone should just back off. Here comes Ochre. Going to land a couple of Fire Spirits onto the Spirit Breaker. He's going to charge straight in towards Pillows. Double Ion Shells here, plus the Avalanche. That'll kill off the Bane immediately. And Hanskin's going to channel up that Nether Strike. He'll be canceled, but this Phoenix Egg in the middle of 4 heroes, they only need to get a couple hits, but that's not in time. They're all affected by the Fire Spirits. Now Ascendancy's going to look to chase forward. Clean house. They're going to burn down Jonas and Fan. Dart forward, looking for Era. And it looks like he will not be able to escape this Phoenix. To turn around for an Avalanche toss. He'll kill off the Phoenix, but he will die right afterwards. Klink's going to draw that kill. And this game, again, is just an absolute bloodbath of a game. Limp looking to get some action on his hands, though with no Sonic Wave, kind of difficult to do. It is going to be a 2-for-3 in favor of Abraxas. The Clinks is surviving after most of these engagements. 4, 2, and 4. Has the medallion, has the physical damage necessary. There's no mech being built up on the Ninja Pyjama side. At least, I mean, it is being built, but it's just not up just yet. Pills in the meantime, smoked up, looking for Limp. You can get the grip off. That may just be a kill. Nightmare instead. Just gonna let that run its course for a little bit of extra damage. Now the grip following straight after. No, Pillows waits too long. Now Limp jumps into the trees, goes invis. Oh man, Pillows just not looking at his Nightmare timer close enough. They will catch Ira, but Ira's gonna land Avalanche Toss, Sonic Wave over the top of Slash Strike and Ascendancy both. They finally get the grip with the Guna Blade. Limp will fall. Charge is still coming in. Not sure if Nip really want to go for this one. He's going to get Nightmared immediately afterwards. Toss onto the Bane. Not going to kill off his tendency just yet. Hanskin's going to take a Brain Sap. He's going to try to cast Nether Strike, but it's not going to be in time to save him. He's going to fall. Ira, still in the trees, is stuck without an escape route. Has an Avalanche, has a Toss, has a Lich right around the corner, but Nip, they're just going in one at a time. Ira will end Avalanche Toss onto the Lina. Will grab the kill there. Gets Brain Sapped for his efforts. Similarly, Seal Kid in a little bit of trouble. Will throw out Frost Blast. Chain Frost is there. Will bounce between the Phoenix, but it gets drawn to the Creep Wave. Super unlucky for Seal Kid. Ira's now stuck in the middle of everyone right now. Has a Toss, but there's no viable kill targets here. Where's the Queen of Pain? She's going to come right back in. Scream onto the very famous. Avalanche now onto Pillows. Looking for a Sonic Wave angle. Another Toss, though, but Tiny's going to fall to Ascendancy. This Clinks is just playing so stealthily around these fights. Pretty much playing as a Ricky or as a Slark or something like that. He's going to think about going for Limp. He doesn't have quite enough damage to burst her down before she can get a blink off. Although I think if he just followed her, he could have done it. He's actually going to run to Limp right now. 1 second away from a blink. Ascendancy does not have Strafe up. Therefore, no kill potential. But now they're going to charge in towards Ascendancy. Jonas Van does not have an Ion Shell for the Spirit Breaker. They do not have another Strike either. They do, however, have Dust. Ascendancy is going to pop Skeleton Walk, get very far away. Even get some TP support. Here comes Oka from the south. Does have the dive forward plus Supernova. Is going to dive forward for right now. Not Supernova just yet. No need. Cross Blast into Ochre, and they have a Nightmare in. Now there's Supernova. Wall gets deployed. Vacuum back onto 2. Supernova this time will be focused down by Limp. I don't know if he has quite enough to do it. He will. He's going to probably lose his life for it. No, sticks up. Will be just fine. Ascendancy almost getting that kill, but not quite. Here's now going to look to reinitiate with the help of a charge in from Hanskin. Right on top of this Clinks. Another Strike onto Slash Strike. They want to get rid of the problem Lina, but in the meantime, Pillows. He's drawing attention away by the Tiny. Cass is bouncing through. Limp in a lot of trouble. Laguna Blade will kill him off. Hanskin looking for Ascendancy. Gets a Lucky Bash, but then just gets hit with the LSA. Ira's chasing forward really quickly with the Surge. Looking for Ascendancy. Has a Toss. Will throw him straight up the Witch Doctor, but still will not kill off this Clinks, who's still dusted. Will get vacuum back. Jonas Fan will burn him down with the Ion Shell. Very famous will get the kill on the Lich, but in the meantime, Avatos combo onto the Witch Doctor. Not quite it. Needs one more attack afterwards. At this point, probably needs 2. Teleportation Sport is coming in. Jonas Fan also walking in to help out Ira. But here comes the Phoenix. Toss up onto the Witch Doctor. Will get the kill there. Ira now surged out. LSA is going to be dodged by Ira. Very well done. Has an Avalanche, though Dragon Slave is there with the damage over time from the Phoenix. Has more Fire Spirits to throw out. We'll end another one to Ira. Jonas Fan is there this time with the Surge. Ira going to get a lot of distance away. Is he even going to consider turning around? It seems like he might know he's going to teleport back. The charge is coming in, but it should be canceled, I think, by Hanskin. That's a little bit too aggressive. A little bit too aggressive. Be damned. Hanskin's going to charge successfully onto Ochre. Is going to get with the LSA. Does not have another Strike either. But Limp is going to come right in. Has a Blink Scream Sonic Wave onto this Phoenix. They'll bring him down. TP support coming in from the Clinks now. In the meantime, bottom lane, Seal Kid's going to run into Pillows. He has a grip right now, but he knows that there's backup right around the corner. In fact, charge is once again available. The Clinks is going to pick off the Lich, but now he's going to get completely surrounded. The Sentry's going to get dropped, and Ascendancy is also going to fall. Pillows gets a Brain Sap up. Another Strike, though, is going to be cast from downtown. Here comes Ira. Is going to go for the Witch Doctor while the rest of the team goes for Pillows. They'll take down the Bane. They'll look for the Witch Doctor, and then with the Blink Scream, they have a Toss, and that's going to interrupt the Death Ward channeling. They'll beat him down afterwards. Here comes Slash Strike. He's the only one alive, however. He's going to miss his LSA. Not a great start. Oh, jeez. Can these guys please stop? Can you guys calm down, please? Haste Rune from Hanskin. He's going to not get hit with the LSA. He's going to grab the Haste Rune now, looking for Slash Strike. Lands a big Nether Strike hit, or Greater Bash hit, rather. Looking for the charge. Slash Strike, though, does have his combo. Will kill off Hanskin with it. Should it land? Laguna Blade, not quite enough. Ira with the Avalanche Toss. Slash Strike to fall. And Hanskin is going to run circles, quite literally, around the Lina and also escape. Whew, okay, well, you know, 53 kills, 15 minutes in. I'm okay with this game, guys, but you gotta give me a break. Okay, so I don't really know who collected more kills off of that, although I do have the feeling it's favoring Nip, and yes, I am correct. Not by a huge amount, and given the frequency of these fights. Avatos into the Phoenix. One more hit's all he needs, not quite there. Oh, 15 HP Phoenix. That's a pretty lucky break. But yeah, Blink Dagger is up on the Tiny. Mechanism is up on the Darkseer. I mean, these are always nice items to have, but they get even nicer given the speed at which this game is being played. They even have Guardian Greaves actually completed on the Darkseer. Wow, straight shot. I haven't seen that one in a long time. The straight shot Guardian Greaves. But hey, it's a fine item to have. Looks like Hanskin is going to charge into the trees. That's a little bit awkward. He's another charge out soon. He shouldn't die from this. But for Abraxas, what items do they have? Almost, Jesus, BKB, are you kidding me? Okay, well, Witch Doctor's absolutely loaded. Oh no, Handskin. Don't move. Their vision is based on movement. Oh, there's pings there. They see the Spirit Breaker. Oh no, Handskin, charge out, please, I beg of you. He's gonna get stunned up once. He's gonna get channeled Death Ward upon. He's gonna get a 3-man charge through. Nether Strike won't even be channeled in time. Steel Kid, in the meantime, gonna run into pillows. Jonas Fan is here as well. Chain Frost to interrupt the channeling of the Fiend's Grip. Jonas Fan has a vacuum wall, but can he get it out in time? He's gonna land it pretty nicely onto 3. Sonic Wave over those same 3, but it's not quite enough damage to actually get any kills here. Limp, in the meantime, gonna fight up against Slash Strike. Avalanche toss on the Slash Strike will bring him very low, and Limp will survive with the Yule Scepter. The other pillows are still in the trees. They'll send everyone they have into those trees and look for him. The Bane has a Brain Sap. It won't be lethal damage on anyone, especially when he's tossed up. He'll get cratered. A 4-for-0 exchange in favor of Ninjas in Pyjamas. Actually, no, 4-for-1. They did lose the Spirit Breaker there. Not a terribly huge deal. Again, this is a support hero. And Tiny, I like this item. It's a 4-staff for him. Again, you want to be going for Assault Cuirass, for Aghanim Scepter on the Tiny. But given the pace of this game, you get items that help you survive and you help you fight. The more cost effective, the better. Along those same lines, that's why we see Queen of Pain grabbing that Yule Scepter. Prevent any shenanigans from you know, 100 to 0 from the clinks or anything like that. Yule clinks up and you can blink away straight after. Usually you're gonna be fine. But yeah, the 58 kill game in 17 minutes might be a little bit too much for my heart to bear. Whew. Still, it is Ninja Pyjamas to slowly but surely accrue a lead. They have more decisive items being built up. I think the real weakness here is, you can see on the Lina, she has a Staff Wizardry, that's it. And that's just not good enough at this stage. Clinks is going for the very cost-effective items, but the items that Nip have are a lot more substantial. They're actually completed items as opposed to just components. Now Nip, they're going to look for a wraparound up on this top lane. Phoenix does have a Supernova. Blink forward, Yule Scepter. Can they land an Avalanche Toss Column properly? You bet they will. Frost Blast will blow up the Phoenix before he even lands in the toss. But in the meantime, Handskin caught in the jungle will get gripped. Will get dropped. Abraxas want to go for Roche here? I mean, they have the sustain, I think, with this Witch Doctor, but I don't quite know if they can do this fast enough before Nip actually come in. Here comes Jonas Fan, will get put to sleep immediately. Looking for the vacuum wall, but can he even get it? They have a Laguna Blade, they won't even need it. They'll kill the Darkseer immediately. Nip, they can't afford to go into this one at a time. Crashing Roche is the best chance they have at taking a great fight, or really a dominant fight. Limp is up on the high ground. He's going to get spotted immediately. Jonas Fan has a vacuum wall. Oh, they see them. And Ira is going to land an Avalanche toss onto pillows. That's a dead Bane. And Jonas Fan, he's going to get right on top of area and Slash Strike. Vacuum. Well, just a wall, it seems. That was a really bad vacuum. Jonas Fan's going to get chain stun between himself and his own illusion. Or I guess his own created illusion. Gonna blink in. Avalanche toss on the Bane, who just got back into this game. He just bought back, and just like that, he's gonna fall. Ira with 2 snipes. That's the power of Blink Dagger 4-staff Tiny in this type of game. Limp also looking for an angle in, though Ira, he wants to go in first. Blink in, looking for someone to Avalanche toss. I see the Phoenix, Handskin going deep for it. LSA, a little bit too defensively positioned from Slash Strike. Not going to do it, but the Nether Strike is going to be casted. Avalanche toss is there. That's a dead Lina. Can they bring down this egg? With everyone also coming in, they'll burst down the egg. And now they get to lift up onto the Clinks. He's going to fall into a whole swarm of heroes. He's dusted up, tossed up in the air. Very Famous is going to arrive. He's going to try to channel his Death Ward, which will kill off Jonas Fan. They're looking for a bash from Handskin. He's not rolling lucky, however. Area grabs a double kill off of it. Steel Kid stuck behind the enemy tier 2s. Will we find Ira, though? Gonna blink in. Avatos. One more hit's all he needs. And he's not gonna get it. The cast comes out just in time. He does have a toss in 2 seconds. He wants this kill so badly, but he just can't quite find the range. He will blink away. He'll be fine. But yeah, Death Ward being channeled up. Limp, he's looking to go in back to the Witch Doctor. It's still like gonna be a small consolation prize here for Abraxas, but they're slowly but surely falling further and behind. They can't really rely on the Witch Doctor to get away with that all the time, because Toss does pierce spell immunity, so you can toss up a BKB target. And usually that's not going to be super relevant, but if it's a channeling BKB Witch Doctor, that will be relevant. That will interrupt it almost every single time, assuming he actually has the combo for it. Alternatively, Chain Frost, you can not cast... I thought you could cast onto the magic immune targets, but it just won't. Okay, maybe they changed that as of late. I thought, yeah, it was probably one of those later patches where they meant that you couldn't cast on BKB targets. You used to be able to just to get the mini stun out. That's my bad, guys. But this Nether Strike will also work. So yeah, so that channeling not always going to be dependable. Ira's going to find Slash Strike, Avatos combo. He's going to take a lot of damage from the clinch, but not nearly enough. Sensi, is he dusted? They actually ran out of detection. You guys should probably have some sort of detection here. I think that's a good idea. They insta-give the Lina. And now they're looking for a little bit more. Seal Kid, he has a sentry. That's not going to quite help them right now. Blink forward, Yule Scepter onto the Bane so that the charge can come in. Grip, however, onto Limp's going to drop him very low. The grip will be canceled by the Chain Frost. Limp's going to blink away. Chain Frost still bouncing. Hanskin is going to ultimate Ascendancy. And now the Witch Doctor is sitting here awkwardly, channeling up his Death Ward. Now is out of BKB duration. Ira, he's going to look to reinitiate, charge back into Ascendancy. 100-0 clings, easy peasy with the Sonic Wave. Another kill. Ira now going to grab his level 3 Grow and charging the front lines. Force staff forward, has a toss back in on top of Hanskin. Very famous, needs a great cast here, but it's not going to come out in time. He's going to fall. Dive forward from the Lina, going to carpet bomb everyone, but Ira has grabbed the monster kill spree after all said and done. This Maledict will kill him off. It looks like. Boop, there it goes. Double kill for Very Famous, who actually draws the kill on the Hanskin Spirit Break at the exact same time. Not bad. But Posthumous kill is not what he wants right now. Up towards the top, Pillows does not have a grip. He's going to get the tower denied, but that might cost him his life. Green of Pain has a Scream. He's going to get Brain Sapped. Has a Sonic Wave, however. It's agging him. It's going to hurt like hell. If he even decides to cast it, Vacuum back. Slash Strike also going to get hit by it. And Slash Strike is going to use himself, save himself in the final hour. But he's going to land into a Darkseer. He's going to throw the Laguna Blade over towards Jonas Fan, who just wants to get the kill on the Lina, and he will not get it. The Supernova will connect onto Limp. They know exactly where the Lina is. Blink, Scream, will get the kill in the end, but now Limp is stuck. Doesn't have any mana at all. He's going to try to TP out. Phoenix is going to overshoot with a dive. And Queen of Pain is going to teleport back home safely. Oh, jeez. Whew. Okay, so, yeah, the 77 kill game, 23 minutes in. But still, these fights are going progressively better and better for Nip. Again, these items are coming up big for them, whereas the same cannot really be said for Abraxas. Like, support Bane has nothing. Phoenix has a Hand of Midas, which is nice, but is not going to be helping him from right now. Somehow it's the Witch Doctor to be collecting the most out of all of this, but you can't always rely on the Witch Doctor to, get those full channels off. Charge up towards top lane now onto Ochre. Hanskin does have another strike right now. Can he get this kill by himself? You bet he can. With another strike and a big right click, Phoenix is going to fall. But we have like Aghanim Scepter, Yule Scepter on the Queen of Pain, and that in and of itself is hard to compete up against with what Abraxas have. Add on to the fact that the Tiny also has his Aghanim Scepter very shortly. This Tiny is just landing combo after combo. They're going to actually jump forward. Limp will get gripped up. Death Ward is there. However, the Avalanche Toss combo is going to kill off the Bane and interrupt the channeling. And they will Sonic Wave through onto Witch Doctor. Charge coming through. Chain Frost not going to do too much except for farm a couple creeps. But Ira will grab a double kill. Limp is not going to die just yet. The LSA lean the Tiny right now. Ira not going to catch up to the Lina right now. But with this bounty rune, Ira is going to guarantee his completed Aghanim Scepter. Although it seems like instead of popping the bounty for that one, he's just going to wait for the gold over time. They have a charge in on Slash Strike. Avalanche is there. Toss available if even needed. Ascendancy is going to show himself, but immediately gets lifted up into the air. Do they have detection? No. Guys, please. Please, let me tell you about a little item called Dust of Appearance. Okay, there it is. It's finally on the Spirit Breaker, just coming in a little bit too late. Random dust, random tosses, sure, why not? This is going to be an absolute cluster F of a game. So many kills, definitely the highest kill per minute game I've casted recently, maybe ever. But Nip are getting the upper hand here. The Witch Doctor is not a good hero to put all your eggs in, though he is it's very nice to have a farmed support. Not this farm. You would rather have this farm in the clinks with the Lina. Ideally both, but the Lina's always dying so quickly just because she is so fragile. And also, towers are being destroyed by Ninja's Pyjamas. The same cannot be said about Abraxas. They've claimed only one tower in the mid lane. Not going to miss any split push this game. Bane going to get 100-0'd. Clobbered by the Tiny. I guess he is very similar to the thing, so it is clobbering time, I suppose. That's another Avatoss in 6 seconds. They see Slash Strike. Blink, toss, right back into the clutches of Hanskin. Charge is there. It's going to be dodged, however, by the Yule Scepter. Very famous. Going to get hit with the ultimate from the Queen of Pain. Will also kill off the Lina. Now Nether Strike will cancel that Death Ward channeling. Supernova's in the back right now. Hanskin is going to probably tick down to this, but they will lose the Witch Doctor. And Ascendancy is doing what he can, but what he can do is not that much. Queen of Pain now going to lift up the Phoenix. Looking to get Ira back in this fight. Has a Blink toss. They see Ascendancy, and he has a Blink toss right now. He's going to use it. No, he's not going to quite get in range. The True Sight's not there again. Solar Beam's gonna fire off, but Ira, he just wants another Force Staff in. Avatoss onto Ochre. Is that lethal damage? I think it should be, and it will be. Ascendancy's gonna fight up against Ira, but gets stunned up twice now by the Craggy. It will grip up Tiny, will get the kill, mega kill, being ended by the Clinks. Jonas Fan, unfortunately unable to help out there, is now gonna be forced to retreat. Seal Kid dropping kind of low to the tower, but Pillows can't really do this. Nightmare is there, but you don't really want to fight up against this Queen of Bane. Dual Scepter onto the Bane. Guardian Greaves is there. Nightmare. Oh no, being drawn towards the Clings. They'll vacuum right back into a wave and a Sonic and a wall. Oh yeah, okay, this game is just making me lose my mind apparently. Limp gonna charge forward, looking for more. Is gonna find Ascendancy with a scream, but that's about it. Will land into an LSA. No, Slash Strike can hold onto it. He's gonna throw the Laguna Blade. Dragon Slave will not connect. Now Jonas Fan is gonna start running circles around this Lina. I don't really know what for. He's probably gonna die here. There's no real escape path here from the Darkseer. Buy a Blink Dagger, run away. Oh my god, are you serious right now? No, he's gonna die. Yeah, he's eventually gonna fall. But 52 to 37, and this game is still going on, guys. But we could see this game is getting progressively worse for Abraxas as it pushes onwards. Nip are getting huge items up. The Blink Dagger in the Darkseer, not exactly a huge one because these fights have been really, really ratty and skirmishy. But the Soul Booster on the Queen of Pain, that is a big, big item because it gives her health for no other reason. Like, it gives her mana, it builds into what, like a Bloodstone or an Octarine. It doesn't matter. What matters is the line of text that says plus 450 health. That's what she wants. The Aghanim Scepter is up on the Tiny, so he's going to be hitting pretty hard as well. Cleaving at that. Sanjin Yasha up on the Spirit Breaker. Again, it gives him movement speed, and that makes Bash, I guess, a little bit better. But what he wants is this part that says plus 16 strength. He just wants HP. Because the scaling damage from Abraxas is just not there yet. It's mostly in the ultimates that they use, and I mean, it is a lot of high damage ultimates. Laguna Blade, Supernova, an Aghanim level 2 Death Ward. It's going to hurt like a bitch, but it's just not quite enough every single time, given how these fights have been progressing onward. Seal Kid's going to get Nightmare immediately. You can bet he's jamming that Glimmer Cape button right now, but Cast immediately going to wake him up, and he's going to Glimmer away. Really? Okay, well, just not enough disable there. Limp now going to find the very famous charge coming in, and there's a Chain Frost. It's going to bounce between everyone. It will cancel the Death Ward in the end. Avatos onto 3. Wall's going to be deployed, pulling back Ascendancy into a Chain Frost still bouncing. The Clings is going to drop super low. The Supernova is going to erupt. Hanskin dropping low as well, but Ira is not. He's going to go right on top of the Clings. Sonic Wave will bring him down. TP out from the Witch Doctor. Ochre is going to get canceled out of his TP with a toss. Slash Strike going to show himself in the back lines. Force staff up from Lina. From Ira, rather. He's going to see Slash Strike. Knows he's in the corner. And Slash Strike doesn't even have a Force staff, so we can't even escape from this situation. He'll drop to Limp. Double kill for the Queen of Pain. In a 4-for-2 exchange. And Spirit Breaker, he's very happy, as you can see on the mini-map. Everyone's really happy, it seems. But yeah, they get away with Ira. They survive with the Darkseer, they survive with Limp. And now he can complete up his Octarine if that's his item of choice. Bloodstone won't be too bad in this game, although, you know, as a first item, probably could have been a little bit better. It's still very, very nice in this stage. Maledict onto Ira, no follow-up. Octarine is completed on the Queen of Pain. Again, the cooldown reduction is what she wants. The fact that it also just gives her that 450 health. It's really the ideal item to have in this type of game when there's fights happening 24/7. Lowering your cooldowns means more uptime in those fights, and more spell vamp means that still more uptime in those fights. Poor man's mechanism, let's say. Or a rich man's mechanism, because it does cost a hell of a lot more. Cast gonna be thrown. Limp will blink away from it. They'll delta split perfectly. Charge is coming in onto the very famous. And Ira has another blink. Avatos. This is gonna probably kill off the Witch Doctor. He gets hit in midair. He's still in the air. Will land finally. Now channeling up his Death Ward. LOL from someone, and they're gonna instantly cancel that Death Ward. Laguna Blade does fly towards the Queen of Pain, but she will blink out of it. No, she's gonna get clipped with the LSA. Gets force staffed out by Ira, who's now going to approach in with Hanskin. They're gonna dive right in. Avatos onto 2. That's gonna kill off the Lina. Ochre's dropping super low as well. He'll Supernova at the final hour. Will that actually save him? It seems like they're going to try to work down the Phoenix Egg. Their attack speed isn't really there. He's going to erupt in. Now with the cast being bouncing through, it's doing quite a bit of damage to Ira and Seal Kid both. They're stuck in the tier 4s, the tier 3 rather. They'll fall to the Supernova and Solar Beam combo. Jonas Fan Limp. They see everyone incoming. Will they actually want to fight this? Limp. Oh, they know that they're not spotted just yet. That was a really great fight there from Abraxas. A 1-for-3 trade. We're not done yet. Limp is going to go in. He's going to go for Roshan, it seems. Limp. Oh, this is really risky. Aria's going to find him. Solar Beam is there. Cast bouncing through between Jonas Fan. The Yule Scepter will negate some of it, but Jonas Fan going to try to get into a corner. He's going to get picked off with this Brain Sap before anything else. Limp will disengage with the Sonic Wave, although Phoenix is going to see Limp. Apply a little bit of damage over time. That won't be lethal damage. Although with Maledict, it might be. Oh, it will. Ooh, value Maledict right there. And Abraxas finally taking a decent fight for once. I mean, the fight was chaotic as all hell. But that Supernova did it for Abraxas. Like, if that supernova does not pop, then I'm pretty sure they lose this game at this point. But yeah, now they're going to try to go for Roche. Again, it's not super quick, because Ascendancy doesn't really have that much damage. No Desolator here. It's slow and steady, I guess. Roshan is eventually going to fall. No heroes in the area for Nip. Double life for Ascendancy. As nice as that is, no guarantee that's going to win them any fights, especially if Slash Strike gets picked off right now. Here comes a charge. Eul Scepter not in time. Hanskin has another strike. He's going to beat down onto this Lina. Gets a bash as well. Yeah, Lina just at the mercy of Spirit Breaker at this point. Spirit Breaker, in fact, has more damage than the Lina because he has 2,000 more gold, or 1,500 more gold than the Lina. Witch Doctor's on top of the net worth chart for Abraxas. I can guarantee this is the first time you're going to see this. Probably the last time as well. But the net worth is all on the proper Nip heroes. The Tiny, the Queen of Pain. They got Hyperstone on Tiny soon, and he's going to be really happy with that. Queen of Pain, yeah, she's absolutely trucking as well. And if Abraxas keep getting interrupted in their channeling of the Death Ward, then I don't really know how they're going to take a fight. Unless the Supernova keeps on landing miraculously enough. This fight might just make me... This game might make me lose my mind, guys.
Arms for the dead.
Whew, okay, so... The state of the game is that Abraxas are in full defense mode. They really can't do much with this Aegis as far as pushing out of their own base. It's just a little bit too risky up against the racing power of a Tiny with an Aghanim Scepter, even without a Hyperstone. So Abraxas are going to look for a massive team fight, whereas for Nip, they're going to look to keep this game as it has been going on a very small-scale engagement basis. Looking to get in there with the Sonic Wave, still Aghanimed, have a toss. Because Ira doesn't have an Assault Cuirass nor a Hyperstone yet, having the Aghanims on Tiny is nice, but it doesn't mean he's going to be really looking to get in there and beat people down with the tree. He really just wants to continuously cast his spells, at least, you know, every 17 seconds. Avatos someone down, back off. Avatos someone down, back off. Rinse, repeat until everyone's dead. Now, split pushing is going to open the door a little bit. However, Limp immediately going to get gripped. Follow-up is here from Ascendancy, and they have a cask as well. Limp in a lot of trouble. Eul Scepter will save him for a little bit. Maledict, not sure how much damage he's going to do, but the LSA landing, they'll get the kill on the Queen of Pain. Ira, though, going to bowl through the mid lane in the meantime. Double damage, Tiny, plus 302 damage. Slash Strike's going to try to give chase. I mean, that's a bad idea. Pillow's going to get a Nightmare onto Jonas Fan. Avatos, however, onto the Phoenix. One hit, not quite going to do it. Famous going to come right in. He's going to hit with a Frost Blast. Pretty tanky, however. The Maledict is going to completely whiff. And it looks like Jonas Fan will get away for a little while longer. Hanskin going to charge right in towards the Witch Doctor. Going to side against it. In the meantime, Ira's going to blink in. He's going to do a lot of damage to Pillows. He will beat him down. Jonas Fan, though, will fall to the Clinks. In the meantime, Hanskin getting worked down by Slash Strike and the very famous. No ultimate from the Lich just yet. Who will finally be casted. There's no True Sight here, so it won't bounce the Slash Strike. Ira looking for another Avatos angle. I'm not sure if he sees anyone. They've lost their heroes already. Abraxas are starting to hold, although Ira's going to jump right in, kill off the tower. There's a cask waiting for him. He's going to force stats out, but Ascendancy is ready and waiting. Immediately, Craggy Exterior is there, though. Avatos onto Slash Strike, going to drop him super low, but he'll land the LSA in the end, and the Maledict is there. They'll disengage away from the range of Craggy Exterior. That's still Slash Strike taking some serious damage. Will not fall just yet. They will not get Ascendancy either. That's just his Aegis, even if he were to go down there. But TP is coming in. Tiny wants more. Blink in. Oh, he doesn't have his Avalanche toss combo yet. He's going to miss the Lina who just left. And this is a hell of a lot of kills in this game, but Abraxas finally starting to get a couple of pickoffs. Just the Bane getting that grip off on the Limp in the top lane. That in of itself taking the highest value target from Nip off the table immediately. And Nip, you know, putting up a decent fight afterwards, but still, they have to be careful not to get too careless in this game. Lincoln Sphere will be at a premium. Abraxas don't really have any junk spells to throw at that Lincoln Sphere effect. Like, they need the cast to land. They need the brain sap damage. I guess Nightmare is the trashiest. But even then, it's still a pretty good tool. Just to take someone out of the fight for a little while and continue onwards with everyone else. Queen of Pain finds a regen rune, however, is going to run into a Bane. What will break first, Limp? Your mind or your body? Seems like it's the body. Instantly brought down. Backup is coming, however, it is way too late. In a 5v4 engagement, do Nip really want to go for this? Eul Scepter onto the Lich. He'll land right into an LSA, charge through it, interrupt the combo, but now the BKB, Glimmer, and Death Ward channel, and the Supernova, they have to leave. Hanskin's going to die immediately. Steel Kid, though, will pick up the Lina, will similarly die. In a 2-for-1 exchange, over towards mid, Ira, Jonas Fan thinking about going in. They're not going to do it. And Ira, well, he's still looking for someone to pop off, and he's going to find Pillows. Avatos won't insta-kill. In fact, he's going to Avatos for stun duration, but now he's going to hit with the Brain Zap. Phoenix is going to dive right in. Tiny still does not have a lot of attack speed. Doesn't want to deal with the Fire Spirits, though. Nightmare is there. Wall deployed. Vacuum back onto 2. And they're going to actually all walk through the wall. Not a good idea here from Abraxas. Ira, though he is maledicted, that will eventually time out. He's going to have a bottle to work with. One more charge. Jonathan going to get jumped by Ascendancy. This Darkseer is not super tanky at this stage. He's going to try to book it. He will get very far away, but eventually he'll get brain sapped. Although it looks like Tiny gets into the back lines, picked off the Phoenix. Now Illusion's going to start flooding the base. Going to go for the range racks as Tiny needs a couple more hits to bring it down. Just 2 more. Toss. Oh, that's not going to hit, actually. It misses the building. And Ira's going to leave before he can actually claim the buildings. He's now on the run, but it looks like he should be fine. Pillow's going to blink right into him. Charges immediately there. Avalanche. Toss afterwards. One more hit. Not quite going to do it. Brain Sap is there. And now Pillow's going to get the Nightmare off. Charge is still coming in. Limp arriving as well. Ira, though, in a lot of trouble. Laguna Blade will kill him off. Witch Doctor going to jump right into a craggy exterior. Tiny down, though, for the Bane. Hanskin's going to charge right in. Going to get stunned, however, on the incoming. He doesn't have a BKB, so he's going to hit with the LSA, and he's going to get worked down by the Clinks. Hanskin again giving his life away as Limp forced to blink out. Abraxas are actually bringing this lead back in a big way as well. This is Nip getting way too careless in their ability to push high ground. If they had an Assault Cuirass, a Hyperstone, or anything, the Tiny will be able to do this really easily. Limp needs to get not picked off, though. He doesn't have a Blink Dagger. I think it's time for him to go all the way into the deep trees and just hide there for a little while. And now Nip, they're starting to get their items up. Blink Dagger on Lina, probably going to go for an Aghanim Scepter next. Desolator on the Clinks, he's dishing with the BKB as well. And Tiny, he did fall. He's gone for Travels. Travels now up on the Queen of Pain also. He's going to get that delivered so that she can actually leave this position. But Abraxas, they're still taking these fights really cleanly. They're going to get a jump onto Jonasafan right now, who's completely surrounded at this stage. He's going to try to surge out. He's going to run right into a Yule Scepter, however. He's no longer surge. He'll land into an LSA. Laguna Blade is there, plus a Desolator. Dead Darkseer. And Limp will teleport out of there, so he's going to live. But Abraxas, they're starting to bring this back. The game ain't over yet, guys. The game ain't over. $62-55. Jesus. And we're not at 40 minutes in. I thought by now, given the lead that Nip were able to accrue 15k, 20k in golden experience respectively, would have been able to shut it down. But no, Abraxas holding strong as Nip get a little bit too spread out, get picked off by the Bane, and that Supernova in this fight right here was just killer. Now Hanskin's going to dive right in. I'm not really sure what he wants to do with this one. He's going to charge towards Slash Strike. LSA is not going to connect. And now Hanskin is hoping for a bash, although with an Avalanche Toss, they don't even need it. Lina's going to drop. 63-55 now. Queen of Pain still blinking around, kind of by herself. She's going to try to help Seal Kid. He's glimmered up. He's also sleeping. Not much follow-up here without the Lina. Limps is going to lift the Phoenix immediately afterwards. Backup is coming in the form of Ira. They see Ascendancy. Well, they definitely do. He's going to instantly drop Seal Kid. They'll back away from the Supernova, but now Nightmare onto Ira. Trying to watch out for that craggy exterior. They have one stun there. Phoenix going to dive for it. Ira looking to force Staff out. With the Maledict on him, he's definitely going to fall to this. Phoenix doing so much damage with that Solar Beam. Limp is going to try to backdoor some structures. Will fall short of the range. Raxus over in bottom lane. Still no grip here from the Bane. Limp just needs one hit on these structures, but with the cast coming through, he's going to blink out of there. Not Maledicted, but they're very famous. Going to give chase. Yule Scepter to save Limp a little bit of damage. Will blink out of there again. And it looks like this Maledict isn't going to be lethal damage. Limp should be fine. But these buildings are still surviving. You're 5 HP. Poke it, Jonasafan. There we go. Run away. Double damage rune, and he will blink away from Pillows. Another surge, and he's going to be free and clear. This game is an absolute mess. An absolute mess. Oh my god. 63-57 now. And Ninjas in Pyjamas, they have lost a great portion of their lead. Again, it ain't over, especially with Limp. Oh, he's going to blink away barely from this Witch Doctor. It's just an absolute menace at this stage. Not really sure what this Perseverance is going to be built into. I mean, you know, take your pick. I'm assuming not Battle Fury. Doesn't seem that great on Witch Doctor. Lincoln Sphere. Maybe? I don't really know. Refresher Orb for 100% uptime and Death Ward. You can't even, like, layer it or anything like that. Hanskin's gonna dive right into Slash Strike, gets lifted up out of it. Jonas the Fan drops a wall, drops a vacuum on Slash Strike. Now the Strike is there as well, but with the Fire Spirits, they just can't kill her off in time. Chain Frost will also bounce over to Ochre, slow him down just a touch. They don't have another charge just yet, but Lina down, and with everyone looking to breach the base, Ira was going to take to the mid lane first of all. He sheeped up, yet Craggy Steer is still working. He's now going to try to book it, but with the Maledict on him, he's just going to fall to Ascendancy. The rest of the heroes on the bottom lane will start engagement with pillows. Get a Nightmare off Hanskin, get pulled off by Seal Kid, dive forward from the Phoenix. Very Famous gonna get in there with a Death Ward, bouncing through everyone. Nice backing up on the high ground, but still it's a little bit too late. They lose 4, they'll lose 5 as Hanskin's not going anywhere. He's actually going to, BKB and escape. Looks like he's just lose 4. But still, that's super costly for 2 sets of ranged Raxes. It's nice and everything, but Nip, they're in a little bit too much of a rush to end this game, I feel. If they just let this game play out, yeah, maybe they lose a little bit more of their edge. But 64 to 61. Is this a match that doesn't count or something? No, this does count. Nip are playing for points. Abraxas are also playing for points. They're just going all in. Jesus, this game.
Dire's middle barracks are under
Highest KPM ever. That does not mean Kappas per minute.
Radiant's middle tower.
But now Abraxas, they're starting to bring it back. They're going to kill off a tier 2. It's a start. Looking at tier 3 perhaps. Everyone from Nip, they are down. Tiny with no buyback, though Queen of Pain is going to be up soon. Charge in onto Ascendancy. From the north side, he's not going to see this one coming, although it does have a Sheep Stick, which he can get off in response if needed. Not needed, it looks like. Somehow everyone in this game, they're actually progressing in on their items at a pretty decent clip. Like, we got support items galore. Darkseer is going to go for an Aghanim Scepter, it looks like. Not a bad item to have. But at this point, I don't know. I can't help but feel that Sheev's Guard might just be, might just be a little bit better. Get that armor up against the Witch Doctor Death Ward. Really, for Abraxas, their illusions won't do that much. Like, these are not stat stacker heroes. Ira's going to grab a Maelstrom. Okay, sure. Why not? Maelstrom. Seal Kid taking a snooze. Well, the Bane's going to teleport out of there. Looks like he will just wake up naturally. And we actually do have a Refresher Orb from the Witch Doctor. Now, I believe Maledict is stackable. If you refresh Maledict, then 2 instances of Maledict will be applied. Not like that's really needed, since 1 is usually going to do it. And this Roshan is going to be attempted now from Nip. Jonas Fan going to join the fray, and Ira not joining the fray just yet. Looks like with the Guardian Greaves, they'll feel comfortable enough leaving these heroes in the Roshan pit without anyone else to back them up. Ira just split pushing down towards the bottom lane. Maybe looking for a cheese kill into a cheese Raxes. Or melee Rax, rather. However, he has to be very careful. Invis Sheepstick from Clinks is a very dangerous way to initiate. Oh, Shiva's Guard, I think, saw him. Ochre did not see him. Okay, barely out of vision. In the meantime, Roshan, though, claimed by the Radiant. Aegis up on the Quap. And now it's time for Nip to maybe look for a high ground push, though Ascendancy is still hunting. They see Seal Kid. Look at the damage. They're going to get the cask off, which will lock down just Seal Kid. It's a very easy kill on the Lich. Unfortunately, Nip aren't... Unfortunately for Nip, they're not going to lose anyone a little bit more relevant. Chain Frost, Glimmer, Ghost, it's fine, but it's not going to be the end-all if they lose that hero. You really just need to keep this Tiny alive. You need to keep him farming so that he can maybe backdoor Rax at this point. Because at this point, Nip's lead has all but disappeared. Like, look at that dive downwards. Oh, and they're going to get a jump in onto Jonas Van. He'll blink away from it. Looks like he should live from that. He has completed up his Aghanim Scepter as soon as the courier gets out here. And Nip, it almost seems like they're kind of just going to shift gears entirely into the split push role.
Oh, look at it go!
Look at it go. But yeah, I actually don't know what the game plan is here from either side. Just such a chaotic game, suddenly slowing down so much. Bottom lane Ascendancy stalking Ira right now. He's going to get the Sheep Stick, BKB, so Kragik's not going to affect him. Tiny's going to get chunked down by the Clinks, though will survive. And Clinks is going to play it a little bit safe. Tiny is going to force staff up to the north. Will be fine to teleport out of there. He lives. Split push from Handskin, not doing a ton. Ira is looking for... Who's Power Treads? Why are there Power Treads on the floor? Over towards mid, however, Darkseer. He's going to Yule's up out of his surge. Yule's up down to Lina. Will interrupt the combo a little bit, but the grip is not going to be interrupted. Jonas Fan will get worked down eventually. Right clicks, and the Bane will grab it. Now here comes Hanskin through everyone. Where the hell is he going? Looks like he was just trying to escape the top lane. I guess mission success, but now he's just got to run. Farming this is not a good idea. He's going to TP out. Looks like Slash Strike can't close in time. 64 to 63. 46 minutes in. Oh, Ascendancy caught by Seal Kid, but who caught here? Who here? Lich is going to get demolished, though Ghost Scepter is going to save him. Ascendancy now being charged up. Limp's going to close in. Scream of Pain, Sonic Wave. At this point, Queen of Pain, though, not really doing a ton of damage outside of that. If she had an Assault Cuirass or something like that, she'd be able to really kill off this Clinks, but instead the barrier is going to keep him alive. Tiny's going to come in. Nip, they've itemized for the 30-minute mark, and it's getting a little bit too past that. Hanskin, yeah, cancel that charge. Not a good idea. I mean, the Queen of Pain can still go for those picks, but she doesn't have Sheepstick. She has an Octarine, I guess, so the Sonic Wave is going to be up a lot of time, but at this point, it just doesn't do enough damage. And Nip, they're still just losing one too many heroes a little bit too often. Yura's still plowing through everyone right now, but Mjolnir is not... I'm not sure if that's actually the item pickup in this game. Again, it seems like you just want to get an Assault Cuirass to deal with the Witch Doctor. I love Mjolnir. Like, it's one of my favorite items. Again, to dive in onto Ochre, who's going to dive out. Hanskin is going to still go for it, at least for the initial hit. Now Slash Strike's going to come in. L-Site to land. Laguna Blade available. They'll deploy it. The stun is there, and Hanskin way over commitment from him. He's going to pop the BKB. The Power Haste is there as well, but with the grip, he's not going anywhere. Yeah, I'm not really sure what the point of that is. Like, space created, I guess, barely. Yeah, you stun the Phoenix for like a second. That's not going to do jack. Over towards mid lane, looks like Jonas Fan got in a fight with Ascendancy. Ascendancy falls short there. Queen of Pain, split pushing. We'll have to work through fortification. Slash Strike arriving as well. Meantime, Seal Kid glimmering out, trying to look for this Clinks, trying to interrupt some TPs. That's not going to happen. Limp is still going to go for the Abraxas, now fighting up against Slash Strike. Avalanche, toss onto Ochre. Yeah, they're going to drop the Phoenix super low. He's going to pop the Supernova right now. They don't have the attack speed to deal with it. They have to leave. With the Death Ward bouncing through, Ira, Jonas Fan, both in a lot of trouble. The Death Ward won't do it. Jonas Fan, one more Fire Spirit's all that they need. They will get the kill in the end. And Limp Sonic Wave over the top, but at this point, it's just a Sonic Wave. It's not necessarily enough. They go real deep for the Raxes. They don't get it. And Ira, I'm not really sure if this Mjolnir is really going to be paying off dividends. Pillows, looks like they kind of know that he's there. It's a little bit too much here for Nip. Ascendancy is going to rotate back in, has a Sheepstick at the ready. Seal Kid is just like one shot away from dead. I guess Nip are just trying to pull him away so that they can go for the bottom lane. Because Tiny at this point, like, this is not your standard Tiny play, let's just say.
Invisibility.
Oh, Queen of Pain's going to grab an Invis Rune. That's actually going to save her from Ascendancy. Chart is coming in. Should not be coming in, I don't think. This Clinks has 3,000 freaking HP. You cannot kill him off with just a Spirit Breaker and a Queen of Pain. Maybe if Clinks had no backup anywhere nearby, but, you know, he does. They're going to instead try to go for Lina. That's a much easier kill. Sonic Wave, not quite going to do it. There's a dagger in. Slash Strike will probably tick down, although Yule Scepter will get rid of that dagger for now. Blink Scream, Slash Strike, looking to dodge it. Will survive because of the Glimmer Cape. He's free and clear. Hanskin, though, not as much so. He's going to start his ultimate channel onto the very famous. He'll get that one, yeah, but he's taking so much damage from the Clinks. He'll charge into the Clinks and end up going down. This game is no longer in the hands of Nip. They have 2 ranged Raxes in advantage, but that's about it. The gold advantage is plummeting out of their favor, and they're not itemizing for the late game either. I mean, Aghanim Scepter on the Darkseer is not bad, but they really just don't have the armor necessary to fight Abraxas in a 1v1 scenario. Ascendancy is getting so much in the way of gold. However, they do know where he is. They saw him come in. What can Seal Kid do about this except for Glimmer out and then Ghost Scepter out? Ascendancy is stalking him. He doesn't know where the Lich is, but now he sure as hell does. And once your Ghost Scepter runs up, Seal Kid, I think your time is also up. Ascendancy is actually going to lose vision. And here comes the Tiny. They have True Sight here. They don't. TP is coming in. Will instantly be sniped off by Ascendancy. Where's the Avatos? It's not going to be there. Yule Scepter immediately in response. Now Tiny lifted up into an LSA. Will fall into a Laguna Blade. He's malaged. He'll fall immediately. That's what happens when you have no armor. Blink out from Jonas Van. He'll be fine. As will Seal Kid. But Abraxas, the old bait and switch. In the meantime, top lane, Queen of Pain looking to grab a tier 3. Does grab it. Slash Strike. Not able to do that much there. Seal Kid caught with the Nightmare in the main fight. Jonas Van dropped the wall. Didn't really do too much with it. Now here comes the Death Ward. It's not going to do a ton, actually. Seal Kid will interrupt it with the Chain Frost. That will also not do a ton. The Queen of Pain is going to come right back in, but Queen of Pain's not really a huge factor right now. They'll try to go for Ascendancy, just fighting to the death. They will not be able to do it. No, they will. It's so close, but it's a 1-for-3 trade. Not even a great one. Jonathafan is going to try to slip away, but he'll die to the Maledict on his way out. And now Hanskin is here. Oh no, you don't want to be here. Pill's going to fuck up and Nightmare himself, but he does get the blink forward grip on Hanskin. He's going to get worked down. LSA for the chain stun. They're going to beat him down. That's 5 for 1 in favor of Abraxas. And now they're going to go in for Raxes of their own. Did Nip really just lose this game? Did they really just lose from a 15k, 25k golden experience disadvantage? Because it seemed like that might be the situation we're in right now. Maybe a little bit too desperate, a little bit too cheeky from Ninjas of Pyjamas. Now they're going to buy out in the Queen of Pain, but I don't know what she can do about this. She's going to walk into a Sheep Stick, into a Yule Scepter. We'll throw a Sonic Wave onto 4. Not bad, but that's about all they have. Shiva's Guard over the top of everyone right now. Seal Kid slowed to a crawl. Blink Form Slash Strike. LSA on Seal Kid, keeping him in place. He's glimmering out for right now, but for how long? Chain Frost is there, but there's a giant creep wave here as well. It's not going to do that much damage after all said and done. Melee Raxes, the first one to fall, is in favor of Abraxas. Now into the ranged Rax. They're going to leave it live for right now. Limp looking for a blink Yules into someone. Can't find a target. 65 to 71. Limp will find Ochre right now. Lift him up into the air. Ira's there with the avalanche. Chain stun. Toss is there afterwards. He doesn't even have a dive out. He's going to try to supernova. Now here comes Area with the Death Ward channel. Ira's going to get torn to shreds by this one. Slash Strike is also here. Ira's Mjolnir's not doing jack to help him. He's Maledict. He'll die to this one. What is that? 900 damage pop of Maledict? This Witch Doctor is second place in net worth. Is almost on top of the Clinks. Is 19, 7, and 34. Is going to get charged. Challenge mode for Hanskin. Can he do this? I don't think he can. In the meantime, Jonathafan lands a vacuum wall onto 3, but immediately gets sheeped up afterwards. He's going to get glimmered out, so he's not going to die just yet. Hanskin's in the middle of everything right now, but he's not doing any damage right now. No one from Abraxas is actually taking that much damage at all, even with the wall right being next to them. Ochre's going to turn around and fight the Lina to the death. He will get the kill in the end. Now they're going to try to go for Seal Kill. They'll grab him. Now they have Jonathafan, the last target available. Pill is going to pop a BKB. Not going to save him versus the Ion Shell, it seems. Darkseid will get the kill with all the illusions that he's grabbed. Now Ochre taking a lot of damage as well. He's got to dive on out of here, but he doesn't actually have that one. Jonathan's right on his tail. Ochre's going to get vacuumed right back into the illusion army, and he will fall to his own illusions. In the meantime, mid lane, Slash Ascendancy and Very Famous going to go for the GG. Can the Witch Doctor surpass the Clings? He did. Witch Doctor OP, Very Famous. I guess this is why GG's called by Era. And after all said and done, guys, the net worth in this game was led by Witch Doctor. All hail Witch Doctor, guys. All hail. Oh man, what a game. I agree, Slash Strike. I agree. Ninja Pyjamas, they're going to get 1 point from this one. Abraxas, they're also going to get 1 point from this one. And I have no clue what went on in this game. But what I can tell you is that Ninja Pyjamas got a little bit too eager to end it. And that's what ended up throwing them this game. They were in control for a good portion, but Abraxas off of a carry Witch Doctor play. Big plays from the Very Famous. It's going to be a tie. Guys, there are more games being played on the first Azubu channel. If you go over to azubu.tv/gameshow_D2EN, press enter, you'll be good to go. A couple of American games. It should be a Archon doubleheader versus Pain versus Justin. Grandis V is on that one, so go support him. He deserves your love. I'm Mikelorus. It's been a pleasure casting this game for you guys. If you enjoyed the game, well, head over to the other channel and, well, stick around tomorrow because we're going to have more games on this channel. Follow me on Twitter @Mikelorus. And aside from that, I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. GG.